Hello there, hello. My name is Dr. Love. Thank you for coming in today. I see that you are a new patient. This is your first time here? Well, welcome. The warmest welcome I can offer. What can I do for you? Okay. Well, you know I am the perfect place to come for any of your love needs, your Lovestruck needs, anything like that. We will take care of you, and we will see exactly what is going on. Now, of course, there is different ways that people will consider themselves love-struck. There's a wide variety of symptoms that can occur, but I do want you to be aware of the fact that sometimes we're not always in love due to our own desire. And what I mean by that is, sometimes people will come to me, and I have invented a very, very good test for this, but they will actually be under some type of compulsion. Sometimes there are people who get shot by an arrow, Cupid's arrow, and we just want to check you for all of that, because at the end of the day, it is entirely possible that you are in love all on your own. Nothing has influenced it, nothing is pretend. It's real. So let's do some tests and find out, okay? Alright. Well, what I first want you to do is tell me, what are some of the symptoms that you're currently having? Things such as increased or decreased appetite, butterflies in your stomach, maybe you can't sleep, maybe, there's just so many things. What have you noticed that could be potentially different about how you normally are? Okay, so the increased appetite. Very common one. Anything else? Oh yes, that is one. What about your heart rate? Do you feel like your heart rate is ever increased, or maybe you feel like just super anxious? Okay. How long ago would you say that these new arising symptoms have started? Okay, well then that has been a little while. We definitely are going to have to do a thorough check and make sure of exactly what is going on. Okay, have you noticed any negative side effects? Anything that you say, oh, I wish I didn't have that, or this is so terrible to have? Insomnia, the sleep problems. Okay, that is very common. And does that happen every night, most nights? Okay. Alright. Well, my friend, what I'm first going to do is just a standard temperature check. This will see if there's anything else going on. You know, fever is a pretty good sign that you are sick or that there's something else going on. So go ahead and lift your tongue. I'm just going to take your temperature. And just wait there for 1 second, because this one is a little bit slow. A bit slow. Okay. No issue there. No fever. What I'm going to do is now put my gloves on, and I'm going to start examining you a bit more thorough. The one test that I want to do, number one, is going to see if... Excuse me. Sorry about that. The one test that I'm going to do is going to be a under-the-tongue swab, and that's actually going to show us if there is anyone who has put any type of spell or compulsion on you to fall in love with somebody else. some people do that. They specialize in it, and we would never know because we just feel like all of a sudden we have this newfound love. Sorry, I wanted to put my glove on so you could hear me. We have this newfound love, and then we think, oh my gosh, like, this is so great. We coincidentally found this person, but nay, it's not always the case. And sometimes, let me tell you what I saw before. And this is not to scare you or get you concerned, but I had a person who came in here, and he said he ran into someone at the coffee shop, fell madly in love with them, and just couldn't figure out why. Because he said it wasn't really anything, that person wasn't what they would normally fall for. Well, he came in, and we did a couple of my tests, which I'm going to run on you, and we did determine that someone who was at that coffee shop saw him, just thought that they were attracted to them or whatever, him, and had someone place a spell to have him fall in love with them. And that's kind of a life of misery. Sorry, I'm having a very hard time getting my glove on. Give me a second. Get on there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stop playing with me. So, it's not always good, because especially if that person is not someone who you would normally choose to be your significant other, you can assume that there's going to be issues with that. And we were able to remove the spell, and everything was fine. He actually didn't even care about that person anymore. It was a short time that this had happened, it wasn't like years down the road. But he was able to move on with his life after we got rid of that terrible compulsion spell. So, I hope that is not the case with you. If it is treatable. So don't be concerned. Don't be too alarmed, too nervous. We're going to figure out exactly what's going on. Now, there we go. Couldn't get my light to turn on. What I want to do is just look at your eyes. Sometimes people who are in love, they have this little sparkle to their eyes, and I want to see if I can see that in you. So what I want you to do is just act completely normal. Don't do anything. And I'm going to just shine this light. Okay. Just blink normally, however you normally would. Good. Now what I want you to do now, take a deep breath in through your nose, blow it out through your mouth, and I want you to think of your significant other, this person who has been making you feel this way. You know what you have in your eyes? The twinkle. But I won't tell anyone. You definitely have the twinkle in your eyes. As soon as I asked you to think about that person, your eyes just completely lit up and your pupils dilated. So that is one sign that this may be true love. But we must keep going to really find out. Now what I'm going to do is I have this device here. It's just a very long cord and a piece of fabric basically that goes around your finger. If you could just give me your index finger, either hand, it doesn't matter. Thank you. And I'm just going to wrap this around. And just let it rest. All it's doing is taking your heart rate and reporting it back over here to this screen. And I'm just going to look at it to see if there's any flutters or anything that happens while we go through this process. And now, what I want to do is take a couple of, what I like to call it, snapshots of your energy. And what this is, it sounds invasive. Some people are like, oh, hold on, what are you doing? It's not. I'm going to be taking this fabric and I'm going to place it on your forehead first. And then with this little device that I have here, I'm going to be stamping it to see how it reacts. This will tell me on the top here if there's negative energy, positive energy, if you are channeling your own energy, or if there's an outsource, say, compulsion spell. So that's what this is going to do. After I do that, if there is no compulsion spell or nothing like that, I would like to check and make sure that you have not been hit with an arrow from Cupid. So we'll do a full body check. Sometimes you don't even realize it is just the tiniest little thing and you wouldn't even notice. So what will be good about that is there's places, say your back, your shoulders, the back of your legs, we can't always see exactly everything. But with this little light that I was using earlier, I just have to switch it to a different mode, and when I start looking, the arrow will actually glisten or sparkle, and that's how we would be able to see it. The bare eyes can't see it, and sometimes you can't feel it either, depending on where it is on the body. But now I would like to take this cloth That's weird. One more time, sorry. Just seems like it's not. That might have been a little bit hard. Hope you don't have an imprint there. Just seems like it didn't want to register, but now it did. Now it did. Okay. Well, it's showing positive energy that you are channeling yourself. So that means there's no external sources involved thus far, but let's keep making sure. While I do your body check for the arrow, I am going to do that swab under your tongue and let that soak in my special solution. So we're going to put that down in there like so. And I mean, I know you don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. And now what I would like you to do is go ahead and lift your tongue like this. I'm going to twist a little bit, okay? Lift your tongue. Alright, thank you. I'm going to put that down in the tube and use my special ingredient. A little bit of that. And then what we're going to look for is if we come back and say there's like a pink or a purple tint to this swab, I can't think of the word, then that's how we know that this is al natural. Alright, so let's just let that sit. I'm going to move it to the side here. And I am going to do your body check. So let me turn this on the different setting. I have to program it here with my computer. 3 clicks. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, it is a process because I've coded this myself, so that nobody else can use this except for me. But it is just sometimes a long process. We are good now. It should be on the correct mode. Yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to start by looking here around your neck. I have already looked at your face, but I will briefly look again. It's highly unlikely there would ever be an arrow in your face. I'll look at your body, take a look around your back here, take a look everywhere else, and just see if we can see anything reflect or sparkle back at us. Let's hope we don't. So I'm just checking your face quick. Don't see anything there. I'm going to check over here on the side of your neck, on the front of your neck, over here. Alright, go ahead and lift your arms up for me. Okay. Don't see anything so far. I'm going to start moving down your chest a bit. Scan, 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 scan. Alright. And now just let your arms hang loose. I'm going to look from your shoulders down to your wrists. We'll start over here. Alright, and this arm over here. Don't see anything. Now what I would like you to do is just turn around for me, and I'm going to look at the posterior side of you, which is the back. Okay. You are doing great, but I'm not seeing anything, which means you're still doing great. A lot of times people have an arrow right here in their back somewhere, but it's not looking like you do. Okay, so how about turn back around? I'm going to go ahead and just check your stomach here. Nothing so far. We'll check it high and low. Your legs. Again, not seeing anything. And I'm going to check the back of this leg. And go ahead and lift up the bottom of one of your feet for me. I'm going to check the bottom. Okay, nothing there. Go ahead and lift the other foot up for me. Perfect. Nothing there either. Let me get it off this mode before someone tries to confiscate it. Okay, sorry. I don't want anybody using this except for me. Top secret information, am I right? So now, what I would like to do is, we've checked for the arrow, we've done the swab test, should be almost ready. We've done the energy check on your forehead. Nothing is showing any signs or symptoms that would lead me to believe that this is something that has been forecasted onto you. So if you think back, think about this person who has you love-struck, which is, we know, when people are love-struck, they're powerfully affected by emotions, maybe for someone or something, mostly someone, and there's just so much that comes with it. So, let me go ahead and check your swab and see what that tells us, because that's going to be the real indicator. Okay, do you remember if I said if it's pink or purple? Well, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has turned purple. Can you see that? It is light purple, light purple, light purple, which means, in fact, you have fallen in love all by yourself. And that, my friend, is the best story that we can ask for. Now, what I can offer you is, if there's anything for symptoms that you feel like need to be treated, if there's anything that's overwhelming you, say the butterflies in your stomach, you just can't take it, you're sick, and you can't eat because you're just so in love, so overwhelmed, I can prescribe something for that. If there's something else, if it's the sleep and the restlessness, I can prescribe something for that. What would you say is going to be your main complaint? Okay, the butterflies. Alright, let me get my computer here. I'm going to write you a prescription, and this is something that is going to take the edge off. But what I do want to tell you is you should be very, very excited, because it is not all too often that people come in here and have fallen in love naturally, or al natural, like I like to say. Usually there is some type of outside forces that contribute, so you should be very, very happy, and whoever this is, I wish nothing but the best for you. let me go ahead and get this prescription in. Let me look at my other monitor and see what your heart rate is doing. Okay, staying stable. Everything looks good there. What pharmacy would you like me to send this prescription to? Okay, this one down here? Perfect. I'm going to prescribe you pills. They're going to be 25 milligrams each. You're going to take them twice a day, morning and night. And hopefully within 5 to 7 days, your symptoms will resolve and your stomach will settle down. Alright. Anything else? Do you need something for the sleep? How about the overeating? Okay, sure, I got you with that as well. That's going to be a once-a-day dietary pill. And the pharmacist will make sure that they give you the instructions if it needs to be taken with food or not. This one does need to be taken with food, but the first one that I prescribed does not. Alright, is there anything else that I can do for you today? No? Okay, well let me get that off your finger here. Perfect. We're done with that, so I'll just wear it. Well, you are good to go. Those prescriptions will be ready soon for you to pick up. And all I can tell you is enjoy the ride of love. Alright, my friend, you take care. And I will hopefully not see you soon unless you're having another love incident. Then I'll be here for you, okay? Alright, bye.